What is up everybody, it's Max Miles, and in today's video we're diving deep into the world of impermanent loss. Now if you're into crypto, especially DeFi and yield farming, you've probably heard this term thrown around a lot, but what exactly is it? In simple terms, impermanent loss is the potential for you to lose money in a liquidity pool due to the volatility of the assets you've provided. But don't worry, we're going to break it down step by step so you can understand exactly how it works and more importantly, how to avoid it. Let's get started. So, you're probably wondering, what exactly is impermanent loss? Imagine you have two assets, let's say stone and ton. You decide to provide liquidity to a pool on a decentralized exchange, which means you're basically lending out your stone and ton to other traders. Now here's where it gets interesting. The price ratio between stone and ton in the pool is constantly changing based on supply and demand. If the price of one asset goes up significantly more than the other, you might experience impermanent loss. This happens because the liquidity pool automatically rebalances itself to maintain a 50-50 ratio between the two assets. So, if stone skyrockets in price, the pool will sell some of your stone to buy more ton, and vice versa. This means you might end up with less of the asset that increased in value, leading to a potential loss compared to if you had just held on to your assets. Now, let's talk about yield farming. It's a popular way to earn passive income in DeFi, where you provide liquidity to a pool and earn rewards in the form of trading fees or governance tokens. But here's the catch. Yield farming exposes you to impermanent loss. When you deposit your assets into a yield farm, you're essentially entering into the same kind of liquidity pool we talked about earlier. So, if the price of one asset in the pair fluctuates significantly, you could experience impermanent loss. The good news is that yield farming can potentially offset these losses through the rewards you earn, but it's crucial to understand the risks involved and choose your farming strategies carefully. Let's say you decide to provide liquidity to a pool with $1,000 worth of stone and $1,000 worth of ton. At the time of deposit, stone is trading at $50,000 and ton is trading at $4,000. Now, imagine stone's price doubles to $100,000 while ton remains relatively stable at $4,100. Because the liquidity pool needs to maintain a 50-50 ratio, it will automatically sell some of your stone to buy more ton. As a result, you might end up with less stone than you initially deposited, even though its value has increased significantly. This difference between the value of your assets, if you had held them, versus the value of your assets in the liquidity pool, is what we call impermanent loss. How does impermanent loss work? Impermanent loss occurs due to the automated market maker mechanism used by decentralized exchanges. AMMs use mathematical formulas to determine the price of assets in a liquidity pool and ensure that the pool remains balanced. When you deposit your assets into a pool, you're essentially agreeing to these AMM rules. The AMM constantly adjusts the ratio of assets in the pool based on market demand, buying and selling assets as needed to maintain equilibrium. This continuous rebalancing act is what can lead to impermanent loss, as your asset holdings within the pool fluctuate. Impermanent loss, yield farming versus staking. Now let's compare impermanent loss in yield farming versus staking. Staking typically involves holding your assets in a wallet to support the network and earn rewards. Since you're not providing liquidity to a pool with fluctuating asset ratios, staking generally doesn't expose you to impermanent loss. However, yield farming, with its potential for higher rewards, comes with the added risk of impermanent loss. The key takeaway here is that both yield farming and staking have their pros and cons. It's essential to weigh the potential risks and rewards before deciding which strategy aligns better with your investment goals. How to calculate impermanent loss estimations. Calculating impermanent loss can get a bit complex, but thankfully, there is an online calculator available that can help you estimate potential losses. The impermanent loss calculator typically requires you to input the initial and current prices of the assets in the liquidity pool, as well as your initial investment amount. By plugging in these values, you can get a rough idea of how much impermanent loss you might experience under different price scenarios. Keep in mind that this calculator provides estimations, and actual losses may vary depending on market volatility and other factors. Now for the part you've all been waiting for, how to avoid impermanent loss. While it's impossible to eliminate the risk entirely, there are strategies you can employ to minimize your exposure. One effective approach is to choose stablecoin pairs for liquidity providing. Stablecoins, as the name suggests, are designed to maintain a stable value, usually pegged to a fiat currency like the US dollar. By providing liquidity to a pool consisting of two stablecoins, you significantly reduce the risk of price fluctuations and, therefore, impermanent loss. Choose stablecoin pairs. Providing liquidity to stablecoin pairs offers several advantages. First and foremost, it minimizes your exposure to impermanent loss. Since stablecoins are designed to maintain a stable value, the risk of significant price divergence between the two assets is relatively low. Additionally, stablecoin pairs often offer attractive yields, making them a popular choice for investors seeking to earn passive income with reduced risk. However, it's important to note that even stablecoins can be subject to slight price fluctuations, so it's crucial to choose reputable stablecoins and monitor your investments regularly. Provide liquidity to high trading volume pairs. Another strategy to mitigate impermanent loss is to provide liquidity to high trading volume pairs. Liquidity pools with high trading volume tend to experience less price volatility because there are more arbitrageurs and market makers constantly balancing the pool. This increased trading activity helps to smooth out price fluctuations, reducing the likelihood of significant impermanent loss. When choosing a liquidity pair, it's essential to consider factors such as the overall liquidity of the pool, the reputation of the exchange, and the historical trading volume of the assets. Use strategies that minimize exposure to price changes. In addition to choosing stablecoin pairs and high-volume pools, there are other strategies you can employ to minimize your exposure to price changes. One such strategy is to use impermanent loss protection protocols. These protocols essentially act as insurance policies, compensating you for any impermanent loss you might incur while providing liquidity. Another approach is to utilize yield aggregators, which automatically reinvest your earnings and optimize your yield farming strategies to potentially offset any losses. That's it for today's deep dive into impermanent loss. Hopefully, you now have a better understanding of what it is, how it works, and most importantly, how to manage the risks involved. Remember, knowledge is power in the world of cryptocurrency. By staying informed and making smart decisions, you can navigate the exciting world of DeFi and potentially achieve your financial goals. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more crypto insights, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. As always, feel free to check out the links in the bio to see the amazing offers on stone.fi. Thanks for watching.